Hey guys, it's Dr. Curvy here. We're back with another video. I don't think I'm gonna put an intro to this because you know what? Just get to the point, girl. Yeah, we're gonna go do a comparison. Now, I was supposed to do a video like this. Thankfully, your girl got a hookup from obviously the iconic Ampers and Amp. You know, if you've seen my comparison videos in the channel, they've obviously made a lot of these comparisons and stuff. And this is such a perfect time because I was supposed to do a video, but I'm like, that's gonna waste so much time. I want to do so much today. You know, I want to watch some, shows and stuff, productive wise in the media space. So I'm glad that they made it. So again, ampersand amp, clutching that. And this is a perfect video because I think this is the first Wild Rift to Wild Rift comparison of a legendary skin. So yeah, that's actually nice. So yeah, let's see. Leave a comment down below. Who do you like if you've seen both skins side to side, Ariana Grande? But you know, we'll see it for myself. Obviously, this is my opinion. Like what you like. This is just for video for content. Is it loud? Oh, I think that's low enough. Obviously, I thought she was gonna have like purple hair. Um, I cannot I can't judge this part of the skins because they're both equal. Because wait, if we're, the background obviously is different. Look at the detail there, but this also has detail there. It's that different. But I'm gonna say this: when it comes to like 3D models, I don't really judge that so soon because they're made from the same engine, or should I say like if I'm gonna start a video, I'm gonna use CapCut. So majority of the videos I have are in CapCut. Like that. So they're probably the same in terms of like material. It's hard to explain it, but but if you just want to judge how it looks for what it is individually, they both shine. You know what I mean? But if we're gonna look at the dress or like the outfit, then that's when you start talking. But as a general thing, these are all the same because 3D models don't equate to the in games. But like I said, if you're gonna look at the dress, we're gonna talk about the dress. Okay, honey. Um, yeah, but this is what I mean when I was expecting, summer party to be more a lot, but then again it's a beach. But then again, Ocean Song Seraphine had the similar like I think Ocean Song had similar. Well, this is a triple comparison because we need okay. Ampersand needs to make Seraphine Summer Party versus Ocean Song because we need to talk notes. Because I think Seraphine in Ocean Song was kind of similar to Katarina. No, like this outfit, yeah, is Ocean Song. But I'm talking about like the accessories. Like she got shoes on, she got this on, she got bracelets, this and that. So you can see that obviously since it's a wedding dress, you have to really go out here. Even Gwen, Crystal Rose Gwen was a little crazy for an epic skin. So yes. See, they need to do a zoom in so we can talk about that face. Because her face model is the same, but her splash art begs to differ. Who is that white woman? This is an Asian woman. Okay. Her eyes. She looks different. Hold up. Okay, obviously same nose. Her lips look the same. Her face looks more thinner. Look, girl, she looks... Oh my gosh. She looks like Douyin from China versus, I'm a little, chubbier. It's like her face reflects on the changes in terms of the beauty standards of China. People her eyes here look very small, but here her eyes look very bulgy. And I'm not saying that just because they're zoom in. I think if you zoom in this Crystal Rose Seraphine a little bit, I think you'll see that her eyes are pretty much still smaller. Like everyone I feel like her looks per era depends on what looks are trending in China. Obviously because you're designing, I'm like, oh, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about that at the time what you're reflecting on the character is at the time what you were looking at like trends basically. But I think bottom Summer Party Seraphine is a bit more the girl we knew, and this one is a bit more, I hate to say it, she looked a bit more Ozempic here. She looks a little too skinny here. I mean she's skinny here, but like look at her, look how like her, was her neck that long here, like her neck to face ratio. Or maybe I'm just reaching, but oh, never mind. Her neck looks huge here too. But maybe because how her face shape is, it looks more longer here. Like, look how sharp this curve is from here. Oh, wait, because her hair is covering it, but actually, it's actually the same, dang. That's why they put a neck thing on her, because it looks weird. But yeah, wait, hold up, hold up, hold up. Okay, she had more. Okay, when they zoom out, they both have that swirl. She swirls. She's more of like a swoosh. That's cute. Okay, girl, auto attackies. That's the same. Look, that looks the same from afar, obviously. Look at that. They just recolored that. This has bubbles, and oh, the bubbles are, more here. This is hers. It's very faded, honey. This one, look, got 4 bubbles, girl, at the outer ring. And then this one is mostly inside of the champion. What's her animations actually? She looks she looks more like she has more freedom on the summer party skins. And this one she's throwing a mic, right? See, look, she has more like like she's doing tennis. Here she's a bit more like eleganza, estrange, you know what I mean? We need to see she's more like like very oui. Bonjour. Okay. Her passive is more like precise. How do you say that word? Like more I don't know how to say the word identified. Is that the word? Like it's a bit more like it's not there's no shape. See, look, this is the shape, like around the echo passive. Like it's more like faded again. The feathered effect of that skin. Here there's a shape. I just had to talk about that. Obviously, she has origami type beat butterflies. I need to look at the thing first. This has more like glow, shadow glow. Sorry, I'm gonna say drop shadow. If you like, drop shadow is basically when you put a font and then you put the shadow in and then up the blurriness of that outline of the shadow. So this is what it's giving here. This one doesn't really have anything, which I kind of like, but I feel like if you put more of this like drop shadowy look, I feel like it's more effort. Air quotes. You can't see me doing air quotes, but you know what I mean. Like I said, if you put a little bit of detail into some things that are already there, like oh let's put a little this in here, let's put a little that in there, then it would have been like okay, that's the tea. So yeah, Crystal Rose didn't really have it at the time. Could be there, just the quality is bad. But judging from this, I don't think so. Anyway, let's talk about the first skill. Wow, how long did we spend talking about that? Okay. First skill, honey. Oh, the starting indicators are different. That's cute. Ooh. Okay, the Crystal Rose always has, let me see if I can do this. Crystal Rose always has that prestige look. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's a rose coming out of here. I think these are both on par. There's a rose coming out of here. You see that shape. Obviously, if you played this game before, you've seen that shape. On the Echo Passive here, it's a bit more like bubbly, like bright, like this the glistening. I said this in the when I reacted to it. The theming is very like bubbles, water, reflection, glistening when you go to a pool. Y2K, Midnight Sun, Zara Larson. If you've seen that music video, they're aiming for that aesthetic look wise. So if you ever wondered what that skin describes as, watch that Zara Larson Midnight Sun music video because that's the vibe they're going for. Compared to look at the after effect, there's more sparkle here compared to this. But I gotta say, I feel like I'm saying like people might think I'm saying like this is better because of the opacity. Like this is a bit more lighter, but if they darken this, I think that would have been good. But I think for what it is, I think it's better that they went with that type of for a bubble skin. I'm gonna say this for a bubble skin where it's mostly like transparent. I think it made sense for them to darken this, unlike Crystal Rose, where it's a bit lighter. Because I feel like because there's so much things happening at once in this effect with like these spotlight prestige looks, the roses. Like I think it's better to be more like discreet. You know what I mean? Discreet with the VFX here compared to like the Midnight Sun skin. I mean the Summer Party skin. So yeah, I'm not saying it's bad, but I get the idea that they were gonna go aim for. So yeah, yeah. But yeah, these are both fine. But you can tell that the technicalness, exquisite edition. Every year they improve their tech, and I feel like they're not scared. And we're gonna see that when the second skill comes up. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay, look at that. Okay. I feel like there's more like. Okay, never mind. They're both same. Yep, yep. This one's huge. Maybe just the angle. Yeah, it's a bit more subtle on Crystal Rose when it splashes after. Like, look at the difference. Look at that. Because like, I don't know, they just wanted it. Obviously they're the same, but this one has a bit more saturated, like color-wise. Look, he's gonna slow it down for me. Thank you. Also, look at that. That was such a good slow-mo though. There's like a hovering rainbow effect here. I don't know if Crystal Rose had that before it landed. No, it doesn't. Look, this part. When this starts, look, there's like this like rainbowy reflection type beat. You know, when you with your glasses when you see a rainbow or something, that kind of vibe. Here, it's just subtle, or it's just there. So yeah, that has points for that. Okay, I like that. Wait, I'm gonna do it again. This is such a long video. Oh my god. We're just at the first skill, by the way. See, look at that. There's more 3D depth to it. I'm not saying that there's no depth here because obviously there's a freaking rose right there blooming. But I think in order to get that rose out, they had to compensate. Look. There's look. It looks like a Blender tutorial how to make a donut type beat, right? Look at that. There's like depth to that, and that's gonna be similar with the second skill with the bubble because it's very like animated. Like I've never been gagged in a barrier shield ability than when they release Summer Party because it's always so stagnant. We're not gonna. Why am I talking about the shield now? We're gonna get to that later, but you get what I mean with this part. But yeah, I this one kind of takes it, but considering that they literally put a rose there and it probably like hard to animate, that's why they didn't go crazy with the splashes because that rose already like, oh my voice, the rose was like, okay, that's enough. Like we're not gonna go crazy with it. I feel like if they add too much, sense wise, it would have been too much messy. But I like this one. They really, it's giving SpongeBob as well. I don't know why. But I like that splash they did. See, look at the ripple effect there. They're really, they're better hire new people. Okay. Oh, not dragon. Investigations, honey. Ah, okay, what else? Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to say this. There's more here. There's less here. But the effort went to that animation of... See, look at that. I feel like this would have been... I'm not an animator, but that would have been painful to animate. Let's be real. Girl, I can't even edit a video side-by-side comparison. You think I'm gonna do that? Okay, let's see the fade out effects of these two. Oh, I love that. Wait, the bubble one kind of... Look at that. This one for Crystal Rose. I know there's a slow-mo. I just wanna... Okay, this is a bit more... Okay. See, the detail of this is crazy, but the animation here is top notch. I have to respect that. Okay, let's see. Wait, what's her? Does she have a rose on the bottom? Okay, she doesn't. Well, Crystal Rose is Crystal Rose. Like, what can you do? Okay, let's see. They're gonna slow it down. Okay, okay, when she did the echo, I feel like there's like a subtle, like, this effect over here of a splash. And then the bubbles, like, got better or something. Okay, I'm gonna say... Okay, I'm gonna say this outer area has more, despite being a circle, there's more, like, design to it. This one, for what it is, it's fine. Like I said, because the aspect of this ability... Trying to look at the fade out of that. I feel like the aspect of this ability for this skin is the bubble. That bubble really is like the center point here. And I kind of like how this fades out like this. Like it kind of goes downwards and it fades out. Like it's like helmet on. Like I don't know how to say it. But it's like a helmet, like a helmet on animation, like and then it goes away. But here it kind of just like fades like apart, you know? I need to like look at it again. So yeah, I think they compensated with the outer part here. There is a pattern there, or I'm just tripping. There is some like sun rainbow reflection look, but I feel like they don't want to take the attention away from that bubble honey. That's why they want to do it. And again, it is a shield. It kind of fits it anyway. Oh my gosh! Now this is the ability we want to talk about, honey. Third skill. I need a better angle. How can I get a better angle? Okay, now we've had controversial yet brave conversations about the third skill, so let's talk about it. So, okay, why did they put a better angle? Come on, y'all. Okay, how can I compare it? From what I've noticed, look how, remember, if you guys seen the reaction to the base skins, I've always said that third skill, not the base skins, the summer skins, they really upped her, the angle of this toothpaste bump. Because I think it was supposed to be, it's here, but now I think it went up to here. Like, it's a little higher. I think it's about here. Or either that or the illusion was illusioning. You know what I mean? It's really hard to, the root, I think the root of this is better. But again, there's more oomph to it here. Like, that's the third skill. We're not talking about the echo note. We're talking about this one. Like that's it. Like here you have, this around, like they don't have this here, you know. And in terms of these notes, I feel like they're on par. You can't really say much about these notes. Okay, and they both fade apart similar. They also have that same glittery effect when they fade up, which is kind of crazy. Wait, I need to like. I haven't even talked about the third skill yet because I can't see. Okay, I'm gonna say this now. Since it makes sense. Similar to what the second skill did. Look at the patterns. These patterns, right? They don't have it here. Why? Because it's water. Why are you gonna pattern water? So I think the way they kind of made it like, okay, what can we do to make it not weird? There's like a hint of orange in the front, reflecting like maybe like the sun, whatever, and the bubble emphasis, it fades into purple. Great. I think they compensated this with bubbles in the front because I feel like that makes sense as well. Also, there's like this it's hard to see the the toothpaste shape compared to this because you can literally see the shape following here. So I think it's kind of like it's giving pay to win look. So yeah, I think there's a subtle hint of that bump there, but it kind of looks like nothing, which is kind of fine because water there's no you on an angle you can't really see the shape ish. Like if you see a tsunami up you forward, like a Nami ult. If you see a Nami ult, if you send a Nami ult forward where the camera is pointing, where the Seraphine is standing, you probably can see how big that wave is until you see it in the front view, you know. So Billy could have just like recorded, girl, move to the side, move to the side. Okay, now this is the part of this is gonna take a while. Whoa, they look similar. Okay, obviously this. Let's talk about the UI first. This one takes the cake, obviously, because it's a bit more there. Like, I whenever I think of a skin like this, I think of like, does Project Vayne have this? Project Vayne, right? Or Kaisa are on legendary skins. I like that. That's fine. So that's why it's a bit more pronounced. That's the word I want to use. For Crystal Rose, it's a bit more faded. See, look, faded here. But I think there's more like, wait, this front thing is moving. Hold up. Is there something like that for Seraphine? I have to see. Not really. Not really. But that's kind of cute though. They added this little animation there at the front. Look at that. It's spinning. I think they're both equal, but you know, it's more like look at the shapes. Look at the shapes here. Look at the shapes. It's more like calmer. But I guess, you know, they added this little windmill effect, which is her passive echo thing. I need to see that ultimate actually. Okay, runway wise. Ooh, that was a word. I think this is more like cute. It's more cuter because look, there's an ending to it. I think in Seraphine's ultimates in general, it doesn't end. So I guess that's fine. I guess they're trying to like change it up a bit. You know, the indicator is kind of cute. In it's cute. You know, they added a design in the front. I don't think Crystal Rose. I don't think Crystal Rose had a design like that. So, oh well. Um, runway, cute, cute, cute. I like it. You know, this one has a bit more like it looks okay. It. Hmm. Honestly, that pattern. Obviously, Seraphine Ultimates look huge, but honestly, I think this pattern. Oh, I found a good angle. This pattern makes it more bigger. It makes the ultimate look a little pay to win, like it's gonna reach. Obviously, this length is the same as this length. The reason why it looks small, I think the design is up till here, straight. Yeah, look at that, straight. Let's see if I'm right. Aha! See, the reason why it looks like that because I think the shape kind of makes it look off. You know what I mean? Kind of makes it look more smaller. So there's that. Okay, let's talk about the. Also, look at that. There's like a coloring here, like this coloring like effect here. They don't have that here. Okay, let's talk about the when she was sitting on the chair. She was shitting. She was shitting on the chair. Um, I mean, I think it's cute that she was shitting on the chair, and she's like, "Let me send my minions out." Did she throw a fan when she started ulting? I know I'm gonna get the slow mo for it, but like, it looks like she threw out a fan. That could be like the flower. This could be like a flower. By the way, the angle. When I did the reaction here, the way she was angled, she literally like vertical sideways and then went to sitting down. So funny to me. Oh, I need a slow mo of this. Okay, I think she has wings here. That wing, similar to this. I think the wings are better here. I like that more. What is her speakers? She threw out two of these. What does she have in this? Oh, it's these. Wow, they're very small. They're very small. Like little small flowers. Even if this is far out, it's still bigger. Okay, there's a chair there. It's simple here. This one is a bit more, it's smaller, but I think it's more like cuter in terms of that animation. But I feel like there's more craziness here. Look how big this are compared to here. And then she sent out this little jellyfish. Now her ultimate is jellyfish vibes here. While here it's a bit more, I don't know actually how to describe it. Anyway, I'll talk about that later, but okay, this one has more shape. This one is a bit more, it's just like a snake line, like going like diagonal within each other. So I can't really grade this, but if you're gonna talk about like how much detail is there for what it is, I think this one has more oomph because of the bubbles. Bubbles. I have to say it like that. I need like a. I need like a. I wonder if he's gonna. No, he didn't. But you know what I mean, though, right? You guys know what. You guys get what I mean, right? There's also a spotlight there, similar to this, I guess. Oh yeah. But look, wait. Do you guys see that? This one has like the orange color and the purple color, and this one is. Look at the angle. Look at the math, honey. Look at the math. This one is a bit more wider, but and this one also fades. This one fades faster though, but this one fades a little bit slower. Cute, innit? Okay, let's talk about the charm indicator when that ultimate hits. The slow-mo's killing me. Oh, this is cuter. This one's a little bit too big. Look at that from here to like the end. But I think this is a bit more cuter. It's a bit mindful. It's a bit demure. This one's a bit like, here's my pearl. You know what I mean? It's a little too big, so And the hearts. I think the hearts are more better in this one because, like I said, bubbles, you know, that rainbowy look. Compared to this, I think this is giving like prestige hearts, right? Let's see. Let's go to the faster version. Yeah, it's a bit more faded here. This one looks very like Y2K, type it in Pinterest type beat. You know. Is it one-dimensional colors though? Yeah, I mean, it is what it is for this one, but I think I like this one better because it's more girly pop. See, look at that. It's more girly pop. This is giving more RE charm. This is giving more just like, you know, standard like hearts vibe. Okay, let's. Does she's what does Seraphine do actually when she ults? She spins, and you know, unleashes power. I think she does the same thing here at the end, but she just goes vertical and then jump. I think, right? Oh yeah, she she swings. Oh, that's why she's vertical. She swings and then pushes the ult. That's funny. That's so funny. Oh, and look at that. She flies a little bit before like she sat down. Okay, come through, come through. Okay, she's in the Philippines. I can't lie. I think the Crystal Rose one still takes that, even though she's in the Philippines. Because look, it's more like cuter. There's more oomph to it. Here she's just getting stormed on, and look how she's she looks like she's going on a ride. Woo! She's going on a ride. She's going to Motion Gate. Come through. They're both sitting. No, she's standing. Is she? Oh, I like that. She fades into a bubble. A little dark. Did she really fade into a bubble? That's dark. Okay, she descends on this swan song over here on the top, and she becomes God or something. Like she reincarnates or something. Oh. Okay, the home guard, she's just sitting. But here she has like a new, like she has like her sunroof coming up and this and that. That's pretty nice. And now she's standing and she's waving. Who are you waving to, girl? I think she's mostly sitting on that skin. On the summer party skin, which is kind of crazy. Like she immediately, she still sat while the Seraphine stood up after her home guard. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, this is almost 30 minutes. Oh, that's another video. That's another. I probably post that later, but that's another video. Let's talk about it. But yeah, that was the comparison for these both legendaries for these two legendaries. What do you guys think, guys? I think for what it is, I think Summer Party is definitely an upgrade. They've had in terms of tech wise, obviously, they've added a lot of things that I was like that I was clocking ASAP within these skins. But that doesn't mean Crystal Rose is bad. For as a concept, as a thematic, I think it still is up to par today. I always say, be glad you're not Lunar Beast Misfortune. And that needs an exquisite skin. Let's be real. Let's be real. That skin was so bad in Wild Rift. I love the skin, 3D model wise and everything. But my God, when you look at that skin, if you want to define what if who needs an exquisite tier, that's the skin that y'all need to be talking about. Lunar Beast MF, because that was the first Wild Rift legendary, exclusive Wild Rift legendary, and it's shitty. So, you know, and I would still not buy that skin to this day if I get an opportunity to, you know, via the chests, whatever. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Guys, new to my channel, make sure you guys subscribe and hit the notification bell. You know, I've been really grateful for your guys' feedback on the recent videos I've posted, except this one. Y'all hated this one. This skin one, this Jinx one. Enjoy ride, bro. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. You know, like tell your friends, you know, subscribe. 75% of you guys aren't subscribed, so please, you know, keep that 75% lower and, you know, keep on subscribing. Tell your friends about me. You know, if you're the Filipino, support the Filipino persons. But yeah. Also, if you're new to Aurora, I do have an Aurora guide. I keep saying this recently because I feel like if I want to be taken seriously, aside from skins, I feel like people need to watch how I am when it comes to guides, especially like an Aurora guide. If I yap for 30 minutes in this, I could yap more on guides because from what I've obviously experienced and stuff. So yeah, Subscribe, hit the notification bell for whenever I upload a new video. Like I said, subscribe to lower the non-subscribe. If you're not subscribed, do subscribe, like the video, tell your friends. If you want to support the channel, there is a coffee page in the description below. If you want to support via the YouTube, there is a thanks page, which you can do that as well if you don't want to do the link, or if you don't have anything to send, just watch the ads, support the channel, get that ad revenue up, honey, because you'll help me out in the long run. Now I'm gonna film the next video, which is this one, because this is where we need to get more enthusiastic. I'll probably post this 12 hours later, because I love doing that. We love doing 12 hours later, because I'm trying to like spruce it up but not spam y'all guys. So yeah, that was the video, and I want to let it cook, you know what I mean? Thank you guys so much for watching this almost 30-minute video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.